Hey, this is Chris from Litico.com. I'm a web developer and an SEO expert. One question that we get a lot is about, people hear these words robots and spiders, and I'm going to explain to you what these are and how a Robots.TXT file, creating one of these, which Litico.com can help you create, will help your website get more hits from search engines and things such as that. So first I'm going to explain robots and spiders. What are they? Basically, they are small computer programs that are used by search engines to index websites. What they'll do is go to your website, say mydomain.com, and they will go through each of your links iteratively and index each of the page's contents, which they then use to return search results. There are good and bad robots. Good ones that you're familiar with are Google robots, Yahoo, MSN, these kind of things that you're going to want to use. I'm
sorry.
Good
robots. AI
good and bad robots. So there are good and bad robots, the ones you're familiar with. Things like Googlebot and MSN and Yahoo. Basically what they'll do is go through your site and index it so that you can be found through a search engine. There are also bad ones that will go through your site and do anything from mining email addresses to sell to spammers to indexing your site to be used for copyright infringement purposes, what have you. So where this comes in, what your site needs is a Robots.TXT file. What this does is specifies which directories these robots can go into and what they will be looking for within those. So what the file will do is you'll say the user agent, you define the user agent. For an example of a good, you would say user agent Googlebot, don't allow it to go into, maybe you have a private directory, maybe you have a directory that's set up specifically for clients to look at that you don't want to be made public, that you don't want coming up in search results. And allowing it to go through everything else to index your site. Then you have these bad ones, bad bot maybe is the name of it, that's going to try to go through your code and use it for things that you don't want it to be used for. So what you can do is say user agent bad bot, disallow everything. You don't want it to go anywhere near your site. You don't want it to be allowed to go into it. What this file will do is it helps the bot prioritize which information it's going to be looking for. If it has to go into your site, say it goes to your website and it doesn't find this robots.txt, what it's going to have to do is go to your index page and begin iteratively going through each of the links on your site, which is very time consuming. And these bots that run constantly, 24/7, they couldn't, even with 1 million robots that Google is using, that MSN is using, they can't possibly index everything. As soon as they get to the end, there's already 1 million pages that have been changed and updated and created since they started. So what this does is it helps these good robots, basically wine and dine the good robots, and shows them this VIP treatment and says, this way to my content, this is what you're going to want to look for, this is what you're going to want to find. And says, sorry, bad robots, you can't come in, I don't want you looking at anything. Another thing that you include within the robots.txt file is the location of your sitemap. And what the sitemap is basically, it's a hierarchical structure of your website. So say you have a website that you're selling some sort of items. Basically it'll say, within, you say you're selling books and clothing. You'll have a directory called books, and within that you have each of your items, and then you have a directory called clothing, and within that you have each of your items, structured in whatever way you want. The sitemap will lay that out in a very, very straightforward manner for these different bots, so they don't have to do any guesswork, and it makes it quick and easy for them, which they like. These two things are a little bit complicated and can be difficult to generate, which is why at Litico.com we've created a robots.txt generator and a sitemap generator that will help you do these things to guarantee that you're allowing in the good and keeping out the bad. Thanks, and tune in for more.